Hello. So today I want to show you how to use the concept of symmetry to help you draw a musical instrument. I'm going to draw a guitar, but you could do the same thing with any, pretty much any stringed instrument that has a somewhat symmetrical shape. What that means is if you draw a line down the middle of it, the sides are the same or very similar, okay? So I'm going to draw with my pencil a light diagonal line that goes all the way across the paper. Diagonal line is slanting like that. And then I'm going to just do a rough outline of what I think a guitar could look like. This could also be like a ukulele or a violin or any of those instruments. So for this assignment, we're going to be thinking about art rocks. So think of some way to incorporate music or something similar into your idea. And there's lots of different ways to do that. You can do that with a musical instrument. You can do it with having someone performing on stage, you know, all kinds of cool ideas. It could be even how music inspires you. Okay, so notice how I'm using this line though, this line of symmetry, okay? Remember, symmetry just means the sides are the same, okay? That's what that big word means. It's a good math word, okay? So I'm sketching out this idea, thinking about what a guitar would look like, okay? And I'll have some pictures that you can refer to of different instruments. It can be any instrument that you want. Notice how I am not necessarily trying to include the entire thing. It's almost like I'm doing like a close-up of it, like zooming in, okay? Now I'm gonna make this look like a little 3D by just copying that line, because you know how a guitar has, you know, it's three-dimensional, it's not flat. So we can copy that line and show how it has a little three-dimensional quality to it, okay? And then you can have lots of fun with your design on your guitar. Like, for example, I'm gonna erase a little bit right here. This is more of a traditional guitar. I'm gonna change just this shape. So I use symmetry to help me draw it, but I'm gonna make it more like what an electric guitar might look like. So I'm gonna just change that shape just a little bit so it would resemble more what an electric guitar might look like. Okay, see how I just changed that just a little bit to give it a little bit more interest. And you know, I could put flames on it, or you know, whatever kind of design you want. I'll leave that up to you. Now in the background, I would like for you to practice using pattern. Okay, so you can create any kind of pattern that you would like, but I want you to think about making that musical instrument stand out. Okay, so when you're choosing colors, we talked about that when we were working on our portfolios. When you're choosing colors, think about what colors you might put on your musical instrument. Techniques you could do, like outlining it with Sharpie, making it have a little bit of a shadow, all of those things, coloring things in really solid, all of those things will help make your musical instrument stand out. So in the background, I'm just gonna do a checkerboard. So I'm gonna do some wavy lines that go this way, and they're gonna hide behind that guitar. Just like that. Okay, and they don't have to be wavy, they could be straight, totally up to you how you do your pattern, okay? And then I'm gonna make some vertical lines that just are gonna make that into a little checkerboard. Okay. And you could use a ruler for this part if you like, okay? So now I have like a pattern background, and I have my guitar. So now I'm ready to color. So when I start choosing colors, and again, you can add more designs to this, I highly recommend we outline these with Sharpie, just because outline all your pencil lines with that. It gives you a little bit of a better guide. You can use colored pencils, you can use crayons, you can use some paint. Just talk to me about it first so I understand what parts of it you want to do paint on. And you can use markers, okay? Everything needs to be colored in really, really well though, because these are for art to remember. So we wanna make sure that we have a nice solid design colored in. And there are some examples up on the board that are more finished, so that might give you some more inspiration. And there's lots more details, you know, of course, that we could add to this. I just am showing you kind of, you know, how to get going on it. Okay, so you can add strings and so on. All right, have lots of fun. You could actually also add some music notes. Okay, I've had people even add a hand playing and holding the instrument, or a person playing the, you know, a part of a person playing the instrument. So again, think about how you can incorporate music and a musical instrument into your design today. The big art things that we're practicing, the way we'll know we're successful is if our instrument stands out, if we have chosen things and used techniques, colors, outlining, making shadows, coloring things in very solidly. Those are all things that will help make our instrument stand out, okay? So that's how we will know we're successful, when all of our things are colored in nicely and we have used some sort of musical instrument to show how art rocks. Have fun.